straight out of
NASA City, Houston, Texas.
Get ready for Tejano Time Podcast, Houston, Texas, tonight.
Giving you the news you can use and bringing you the hottest interviews in the Tejano industry.
It's about to go down with your host, Keith Leal. Houston, Texas.
Are you ready? Let's go.
Tejano Time Podcast starts
Now.
Please welcome your host, Keith Leal.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode right here of the Tejano Time Podcast. Great to have everybody out there tuning in. So if you guys are tuning in right now, share the live for us as well. También, I'd like to welcome for the very first time here to my show. Never had him on in the past. He's never been on the show. He's the first timer right here on the Tejano Time Podcast. And I felt that we have to go out and extend an arm to la música conjunto, the music of conjunto. I grew up with the music, alongside of Tejano también. So I said, why not? I've had some other conjuntos in the past, and I will continue to do so in the future as well. But I would like to welcome for the very first time Mr. Juaquin Chavez and the Conjunto Boys right here to the Tejano Time Podcast. So welcome aboard, my brother.
All right, man. What's going on, Carlito? Thank you for having us, man.
It's an honor. It is an honor, definitely. Guy goes way back, has been in the business some time and grew up, like I said, when I grew up, he probably in years after that, in my teens, he met my father and did some work. My father was one of the very first ones to try to, I guess, give you some type of an opportunity to get your airplay back in the days, huh?
Yeah, actually, yeah, man. He did a lot for us in Corpus, man, when he was with one of the stations out there, or 104.9, I believe it was, and so yeah, man, he was always calling me, hey, I need music. Cada rato, man, I was sending him something, man,
Sí.
So yeah, man, big old shout out to Santos. Hey, man, thank you una vez más, appreciate all the support, man.
Yes, and you have getting back to Juaquin Chavez and the Conjunto Boys. Prior, like back in January, you were involved in a car accident. Terrible accident. Going back to January, and I've seen some performances recently that you performed at. But tell us a little bit about the accident before we get on to how everything continued for you after the fact.
Man, I mean, it was one of those,
Freak
accidents type
accidents.
thing, man. At my job, rolled over in a water truck and it got ejected, threw me about 25 yards from what they counted,
Wow.
So, and my seatbelt malfunctioned and it threw me out the front window, and so I was pretty beat up, man, for a good few months, and I was just going crazy, dude. Couldn't do anything. I just wanted to be back on stage, man. That was,
Right.
to me, that's my therapy. A lot of people may call me crazy, pero, I still get a lot of comments today, man. Hey, bro, you need time to heal. It hasn't been that long. Okay, I almost said about 5 months apenas. So, they're like, dude, you should be at home healing still. I said, dude, I'd rather be on stage. That's for me. That's the
healing
for
process.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but I'm gracias a Dios, I'm still here, and
Yes.
I had a lot of support, a lot of fan base that were reaching out, calling me and texting me, and checking up on me and stuff, and so una vez más, man, a big old shout out to everybody and all the people and out there that were there and reaching out to me, man. Del mero corazón, I appreciate everything that y'all were doing for me. So saludos para todos ustedes. Thank you.
Yes. Saludos to everybody out there tuned in. Remember, guys, if you're watching, share the live as well. And again, he's here with us today, to tell his story as well. So thank God for that. He's continuing his music journey as well. So he's got a long one. How long ago was it when you first picked up your first accordion, man? What was who was your biggest inspiration?
I was actually I started playing the accordion at 5 years old, man. Was actually my first gig. I probably knew maybe like 5 polkas, bro. That was it. I had some cousins that had a Tejano band, and they were starting out, man. We were all a bunch of young kids, and pues yo andaba de mocoso ahí, man, just entremetido, and playing and being necio, typical 5-year-old or whatnot, and was I had my little box two line accordion, and I started messing around, and I was like, hey, I know how to play. So I
Hmm.
played a couple songs, and it just went from there, man.
Everything
Got
else
my
is
first
history.
gig and
Yeah.
never looked back.
Never
So
look
I've
back.
been in this business, yeah, cause about 35 years, yeah, metal bro, that I've been
Wow.
doing this. My personal band, we started in 2000,
Hmm.
so I got 24 years with my band, and then plus another 10 years on top of that.
Hmm.
So I've been around for a good while. Gracias a Dios, it's still out there, pero, ahí estamos poquito a poquito, man. Just keep going, bro, and keep trucking, and
For
you
sure.
know,
Who has been, or what has been one of your biggest idols there in conjunto music today?
oh man,
From
dude.
being 35 years, I'm sure there's a lot that was there prior that got you hooked at a young age, and
Oh
now it's just
yeah.
like.
I, I mean, I had the honor to know and hang out with all of De La Rosa, the family,
Okay.
the La Rosa family.
Hmm.
Tony De La Rosa actually lived down the street from me, growing up. So, it was that was my go-to guy right there. That I mean, he was my number one, inspiration. And
Wow.
then come to find out, a few years down the road, I got to jam and meet with Ruben Bella, and then come to find out he's a distant cousin. So it's like, man, well, what do you do? No wonder I
Yeah.
like what I like. So I mean,
For sure.
Narciso Martinez, all these old school Lefty Lopez, man. I mean, all those old school guys. That's kind of like what I like to listen to, and I bring back, a lot of that music and just throw in our flavor. And gracias a Dios, it's been working for us, and I get a lot of comments or a lot of people come up to me, man, I haven't heard those songs in years, and so once I hear that, I was like, okay, that's what I'm gonna stick with,
Right.
and God help, bro, it's been working for this, all this long, so
Yeah, been working.
you
Like I said,
know,
I've had an opportunity to check you out a few times también in in the past couple of months. We're talking I believe it was in March and también last month. Or
yeah,
early this month, something like that. Yeah, it was not too long ago, and a few great shows, man. Put on a great show. He's got a mixture of music. So if you guys haven't checked him out perform whenever he's in your neck of the woods, make sure you guys go out there and support Conjunto Music también. You know what I mean? It's like a sister to the Tejanos. You know what I mean? We goes hand in hand. If it's not
oh yeah,
Conjunto, it's Tejano. Uno de los dos. So let's send a big shout out right quick to Velvet Ramirez. Says hello, Keith and Joaquin. She's watching the show. Thank you, Velvet. Appreciate you taking the time to
yeah.
watch the live here.
Hello,
También para Ricky Duran.
Ricky, what's going on, man?
Josie Zamora. Hello, Keith. Good evening, Joaquin Chavez. Saludos.
Good evening, good evening.
Borao Lopez también. Hello, Mr. Joaquin Chavez.
What's going on, brother, Mr. Lopez? How you doing?
Yes, sir. Right there. Saludos. Appreciate you. Ms. Rose Gonzalez. Haven't heard for her in a minute. Hello, Keith and
I
Joaquin.
know she's been hiding for there, man. Ya no está tomando pictures. I'm still waiting.
Right. It's been a minute. Yeah. I think I had a conversation a while back. It's been a while though. Yeah, but she's
Yeah.
well, I'm hoping she's doing very well. Saludos, Rose
Oh yeah.
Gonzalez, to her and her husband también. So un saludito. Gracias. Thank you for tuning in right here to the Tejano Time Podcast. Everybody watching the live también on Tejano TV, we appreciate you taking the time. So that's joining us here. Joaquin Chavez and the Conjunto Boys, my guests. We got a couple of jams that we'll be playing during the show as well también. But we want to get to know a little bit of background, a little bit of things that happens with Joaquin, Conjunto Music. Going to get back and have some questions to where, we're going to go deep into that, to see how the Conjunto scene is versus the Tejano scene. You know what I mean? Because the Tejano scene's got a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
crybabies right now. You know what I mean? They're acting like they need to get their ass whooped or something like that. I mean, they're just too much crying and whining right now. So I don't know how it is in the
Yeah.
Conjunto scene, but they need to cut that crap out already and grow the hell up.
Oh
Bottom line. But we're going
yes,
to get to those
sir.
questions. So again, Joaquin, how do you balance singing and playing the accordion at the same time? Might be a dumb question for me to ask, but I mean, I
But
couldn't
no,
do it. You know
I
what I mean?
mean, actually, I mean, it's not a dumb question, and a lot of people tell me the same thing, man. Or ask me, "Hey, man, ¿cómo lo haces?" Man? Like, I mean, me personally, I don't. Everybody comes and tells me, "Hey, okay, you're a master." I said, "No, I will never consider myself a master of any of the instruments that I play. Porque every day you learn something new,
Yeah.
So, but it's only gonna. I mean, I feed off a lot of the energy from the people, whether it's 5 people or 5,000 people or whatever, it don't make a difference for nosotros. We love what we do, and
Mhm.
that's what we feed off of. So there's sometimes, man, like I'll go back and watch some of my lives that I did, and I listen to them, and I'm like, man, I didn't even know I can do that, I'm
Freak
like,
your,
wait, where did that come from?
freak your damn self
So
out, huh?
yeah, it gets crazy sometimes. I'm looking at the camera, like, so I kind of brainstorm a lot, I mean, and do all that, but I don't know, man. It's just something that I love to do, and gracias a Dios, like I said, I mean, I was given the talent to do it, and I mean, sometimes, see, I mean, like I said, bro, I mean, no, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I
Right.
still got a lot. I still make mistakes, on accordion, singing, both, so it's just, I mean, like I said, it just comes natural, I
Comes
guess.
natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and music wise, man, that's right now, are you under a label? Yeah.
Actually, yeah, we're saludos para amigo Isaac de los Santos, out of Victoria. We're with his label Conjunto Cartel Records.
Oh, shit.
Um,
Awesome.
we just actually signed with them this past December, I believe it was,
Okay.
yeah, December. So apenas, we're barely jumping on with them, and we just actually last not 2 weeks, was it? Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, we just did a couple of songs. You know, we could have already been done with it, but due to the accident, man, plus, I had to kind of delay
Right.
a lot of stuff, and so we finally were able to get in the studio a couple weeks ago, and we laid down some tracks and get some songs. So ahorita ya, we're getting them mixed and mastered, and making sure everything's good, and everything's fixed that we need to fix on, so that way we can start releasing that. So we'll make sure we get that out to y'all también as soon as it pops out. So
Oh, heck
yeah,
yeah, for
so
sure. For sure.
saludos para
Definitely.
ellos, man. You know,
Yes. Let me get that up there right quick, man. There's just Conjunto Cartel Records right there. That's
there you go.
the,
Yep.
Chavez Entertainment. There's some numbers on the screen there. También for booking information, guys. Joaquin Chavez y Los Conjunto Boys. And we'll flash that up towards the end of the show as well again. So that way, if you guys want to jot that number down or whatnot for, maybe a booking or in a future private, whatever the case may be,
Oh
these
yeah.
guys will definitely be available for that in the future. So as to hit them up, definitely, for sure. There's no doubt. So do you have a favorite song, bro? When you get on stage and you want to go out there and jam, is there that one song that you cannot wait to perform up there? Or
Ah
just
man,
every single one of them is your favorite,
yeah. I mean, there's some that are a little bit more, and then there's some that are that I'll jam me regardless all the time.
Hmm.
But like to have one personal one, yeah, man, that's
It's
just hard to do,
it's
bro.
hard to do. Yeah.
There's just so many out there that, man, it's kind of like, man, that's a good song. I love that song. And then I start playing another one, and it's like, man, I like that song too. So,
Yeah.
it's just kind of like, ah, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, I mean, there's a few songs that we do, we play a lot more than others or whatnot.
Hmm.
Um, and then, like I said, we got a bunch of originals that a lot of people like. So, you know, that keeps us busy as well. So, man, so you
Hmm.
know, God knows, man, we got a good little fan base, man, everywhere we go, and
Yeah.
uh, they love the music and stuff, and so it gives us, like I said, man, it just keeps us busy on picking songs. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Sometimes they'll ask me, "Hey, can you play the song?" And I'm one of those types of deals, like if I don't know it, I'm gonna try to learn it for the next time.
Hmm.
So that way when I come back and the same people are there, they're not even gonna ask me. I'm gonna, oh, I got you. You
Gotcha.
know. So I just try
Yeah.
to learn a little bit of everything, and or requests that people ask and stuff, and try to, you know, keep everybody happy, man. Porque como te digo, the fans are what make us and break us, and so I try to keep the fans happy, and that way they keep supporting, man, and we can, keep everybody happy, man. Everybody wins. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that for sure. To all the people out there that supported this guy over the years, también, and continue to support también. Un saludo and thank you so much. Share the live, guys, if you're tuned in. Para ACL Productions, dice Joaquin.
Pahalik!
Yes, yes, and Mr. Alex Lopez. I love you, Keith Leal. Mira, vato.
Hey. ¿Y yo qué, güey?
All right. Alex Lopez right there from ACL Productions. Alejandro Lopez right there doing great things there with his production team as well, man. Always doing great sound and great things in the works as in the upcoming future. So guys, be on the lookout for that. I mean, here in Houston, Juaquin Chavez, and when are you performing out here? That's Rose Gonzalez.
Man, Rose, we're waiting on somebody to get us out there. Matter of fact, we're in the works with a good friend of mine, Mr. Isaac, and he has The World Is Yours Entertainment. So, we're working on some dates with them and stuff like that. And then, we're hopefully real soon. We'll be out there, Rose. Hopefully real soon.
Real soon there, Rose. So just hang tight. And hopefully some info will come out pretty soon when these guys will be here. Anybody that's out there right in the Houston area, these guys will be out here performing out here very, very soon. Again, just, keep it tuned. Keep it tuned to his Facebook page. We'll give that handle out. You can follow him on his social media pages. So that way, anybody out there that's interested in going and checking out the show, well, look it up there and he'll definitely post it. We'll be posting it here anytime it comes to Houston. There's no doubt about that, or anywhere in that fact, whether it be here, South Texas, San Antonio area, anywhere, El Valle, we're always here to support 110%. There's no doubt. Josie, thank you so much for sharing the live, Josie. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Gigi La Chicana Guerrero. Saludos from Mission, Texas. Hola, Keith Leal. Hola, Joaquin.
Hola. How y'all doing?
Saludos. And Mr. Borao Lopez Jr. says, I'm a DJ here in Houston, and I'll play his music. Great deal.
Oh, man, appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Yes, for sure. Great deal. Wonderful. So, guys, getting back here to the show, we're gonna play a tune here for everybody out there. It's an older song, but it's a couple of songs that I've listened to over and over, and from time to time, some of the faves that I have as well. Going back to Cartel Records that you have there that you signed with recently. Again, you're under production right now. It's not completed, but you're going to get back into the studio to have some stuff out very, very soon. Right. Yeah.
Well, right now we got 4 songs completed. They're already almost done. Like I said, he's mixing and mastering, making sure everything's said and done, so that way he can just finish off the master and that way we can start pushing them. So hopefully, like I said, here within the next couple of weeks or so, we'll have some brand new music out. And like I said, man, we'll make sure we send them out here and that way y'all can start spinning them and putting it out there for us and stuff. So
for sure, there's no doubt about that. But I got a couple of songs here. El Pachuco, can't go wrong with that one. You can never go wrong with that.
That was our door opener, man. And believe it or not, bro, that song, it was an instrumental, man.
See?
I got to the studio and the guys that I had at the time, for whatever reason, he couldn't learn that one song that I wanted to record. Mm-hmm. So I told him, hey, man, we'll learn this one. So I showed it to him. He learned it. And I said, dude, you can learn that, but you can't learn the other one. I was like, I guess it was meant to be. So, and then we just started recording. Once I hit, man, I started singing and it just came out. And then next thing you know, man, we blew up with that song. So Thank you to everybody to this day that still requests that song and still plays the song. Much love. I appreciate it, from the bottom of my heart. So thank y'all.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. El Pachuco with Juaquin Chavez and the Conjunto Boys. We're going to play that song right now for everybody out there. And send some shout outs to whoever you want, guys that are out there tuned in here. Say hello to Joaquin también. Drop your comments in the box wherever you may be watching the live from. Saludos to everybody out there on our YouTube channel también. Tejano TV, gracias. Thank you so much. Here we go with the song, and we'll be right back here in a few short minutes. Right here, it's El Pachuco with Mr. Joaquin Chavez and the Conjunto Boys right here on Tejano Time Podcast. And, of course, I'm your host, Keith Leal, this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Drop this. I'm feeling this one.
A mí me dicen el Pachuco, el mero chuco del barrio. Ando cruising en mi lowrider con mi ruca de lado. A mí me dicen el Pachuco, el mero chuco del barrio. Ando cruising en mi lowrider con mi ruca de lado. Así me dice Pachuco, Pachuco. Así me dice, nadie me lo cambia. Así yo soy Pachuco, Pachuco. Nadie me lo cambia. A mí me dicen el Pachuco, el mero chuco del barrio. Ando cruising en mi lowrider con mi ruca de lado. A mí me dicen el Pachuco, el mero chuco del barrio. Ando cruising en mi lowrider con mi ruca de lado. Pachuco, Pachuco, así me dicen Pachuco, Pachuco. Así me dice, nadie me lo cambia. Así yo soy Pachuco, Pachuco. Nadie me lo cambia. Pachuco. Échale el estilo tacuachito, homie. Pachuco, Pachuco, así me dicen Pachuco, Pachuco. Así me dice, nadie me lo cambia. Así yo soy Pachuco, Pachuco. Nadie me lo cambia.
There you have it right there, El Pachuco. That is Juaquin Chavez and the Conjunto Boys right here, and it is the Tejano Time Podcast, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Thank you so much, for tuning into the show right here tonight, and to everybody out there, all the beautiful people, thank you so much for tuning into the show. Hilda Peña, también un saludo. Thank you for tuning in right here as well as watching the show. Let's see here. We got just Irene Mendoza también. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Irene.
Hello.
Gracias. That's right. Everybody that's tuned in, gracias. Thank you so much. Mr. Tu amigo Pete also tuned in.
Yeah.
Another great guy right there. Another great jock there that's doing great things. So, getting back to the show, everybody out there, my guest tonight, Mr. Juaquin Chavez. Juaquin, do you do any songwriting, my brother?
Oh yeah, actually that's one of my songs right there, the Pachuco.
See?
Yeah, like I said, bro, it was just one of those spare of the moment type things, and I just took off with it, and gracias a Dios, man, that opened up a lot of doors for us. We have a very good friend, man, que pasas canción, Miss Alma from Radio Bilingüe in Fresno, that made that song really, really popular, man. She took us to another level out there. So I mean, que pasas canción, she was a great person, real sweet lady, man, and like I said, but she played my stuff like, man, like there was no tomorrow, man. I think she asked me like for 4 different CDs because she kept burning them out. I was like, hey, but yeah, it was shit. That one, like I said, that one took us everywhere, man, all over the states. Went to Monterrey, to Mexico, man. So, that was the door opener for us, and I believe that was on our 3rd album. So I had already released 2 albums before that. We had a bunch of radio play here and there with a few couple of songs, but as soon as that one came out, man, that was it, bro. The doors,
went wide open, blew wide open.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That is amazing. Yeah, that's one of the catchy tunes right there from these guys, man. So it's that most of your music, I believe, majority of your music is available on all streaming platforms, right?
Yes.
Majority.
Yeah, you can get them on iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, pretty much anywhere. iHeartRadio. Of course, we have our YouTube channel. Man, you can find us on YouTube.
Sure.
Then of course all the social medias, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all the There's so much stuff to. I don't even remember what's what anymore.
Yeah, it's being that you started early, like, probably about when I was in my teens, when I started radio, which is about 34 years ago. I had my first gig, and you know what I mean. I'm young. I'm not old, but I mean, it's like, I was I was at a very young age. I was in my
Yeah,
teens, when I started and had a radio gig there on the weekend. But being then we played CDs. Prior to that, it
yeah.
was 45s, LPs, the
45. Yeah,
big long ass records and all that other stuff. So everything has changed, in what, almost damn near three decades.
yeah.
And and how well have you adjusted to all that stuff, with the digital world, USB now, no CDs? And I mean, I'm sure you still go CDs, because there's a lot of people out there that still love to collect. There's
Oh
no
yeah,
doubt. Can't go wrong with
yeah,
that, regardless.
yeah. I mean, it took a minute because, like I said, I was still new to all the social medias and because when I
Yeah.
started this, it was just word of mouth type of thing. People
Hmm.
would call and, hey, where are you playing at? Or put up flyers or whatnot. So it was, and then once all the new age stuff started coming in, all the social medias and everything, well, kind of had to build up and stuff. And then,
Right.
you know, we got in it and maybe five, oh, going on six, actually 6 years ago is when we actually started putting everything, on all the digital platforms,
Yeah.
because I didn't know anything of none of that stuff, how they did it.
How they did
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
back then it was just Pandora, that was it,
Yeah.
and now you got all these other digital platforms and stuff, and so it's been, a little run for our money, like I said, man. I mean, we try to keep up with it, but at the same time, man, I'm old school, so it's kind of like, bro, yo no sé nada de ese. Even with the phones today, man, I told my kids, hey, how do I do this? And
Yeah.
how do I do that?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So, but I mean, yeah, we're adjusting, como te digo, like I said, now we got different ways of delivering our music. So, I mean, también it helps us out, as far as connecting with the newer generation or
Hmm.
the younger generation, because man, I had a friend of mine. He was like, "Hey, man, tell my son how it was back in the day where when we used to listen to 45s and 8 tracks, and
Yeah.
you know, he doesn't even know what a CD is." I'm like, what? It's like, man. So I was like, well,
Damn it.
you got a lot of schooling to do, man.
Yeah, big
It's
time.
just,
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big jump right there. Well, I mean, I guess he was probably born, in that era where it was in the transition to where CDs were leaving the world and everything
yeah,
was going into that digital time. So he grew up doing that, and it was like thing of the past. Just like when we were, when I was there, 8-track was still there, but very, very
yeah.
little. You know what I
It
mean?
was
We knew what
running
it
out. Yeah.
was. Yeah. It's crazy. That is crazy right there. That was really weird right there. I've never heard that one before. That's a new one. It's un
Yeah, man,
saludo.
it's crazy, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But Ricky, what's going on, brother?
Ricky De La Rosa Jr. out there.
Oh yeah, man. To all
Yes.
the De La Rosa, la familia De La Rosa, man. Like you said, we go way back with them también, con Tone, con Adan, Alfredo.
Mhm.
Man, bro, just it was always an honor to hang out with them guys, man. That buena gente, man, very humble people, man. So saludos para todos de la Rosas, de parte de servidor Joaquin Chavez, man. Love you all, guys.
Sure, Mr. Ricky De Rosa. Thank you for watching. Tune in tonight, my brother. Hilda Peña says here, hello, amigo Joaquin Chavez. I love that song. El Pachuco.
Hi, how you doing, Hilda? How you doing?
Yes, and I say thank you for the shout out. I mean, she says, you're very welcome, Hilda. Thank you so much for tuning in right here to the Tejano Time Podcast. Let's see, we got just we'll go again. Saludos para Mr. Pete, amigo Pete, who's got us tuned in.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Vicente Soto también says, let's go.
Let's go,
Yes.
brother. What's going on? That's my bajo player right there, brother.
See, there we go.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's tuned in.
I've had, I mean, great guys, man. You have a great group there, man. I mean, from all the way around, they just jam, man. I've seen these guys
Yeah.
perform again. When they get on stage, they come ready. You know what I mean?
Oh
They're ready
yeah, bro.
before, 30 minutes before, their body's already shaking. They want to get on stage, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just
Oh
jam,
yeah.
Amazing
I know
team you got there.
Yeah, man. We try to stay busy, bro. And just like I said, man, we love what we do, man, and we try to make everybody happy throughout the night, whether it's like I said, 5 people or 5,000 people or whatnot. to us, it don't
Yeah.
really make a difference, man. If you showed up, we're gonna make you have a good time.
Make you have a good time. Hell yeah. That's all. That's what it's all about right there, man. Going out there and dancing to some straight conjunto music, ladies and gentlemen. So Joaquin, again, we've talked about a little bit about like songwriting like that, new music that's on the way as well. It's being worked on right now. It's for the future. It's the I know we've talked about adapting to all the changes that you've had, with
Oh
all the
yeah.
technology and whatnot in the world. But how do you think your music has evolved over the years, and what factors influence that creative growth?
Well, I mean, I've had a hard time, believe it or not, to adjust to some of the newer stuff that's out there, or the newer conjunto eras, what a lot of people are calling it, man. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess it's just, I mean, like I said, growing up with the music that we grew up with, I personally like to keep that alive,
Hmm.
and I mean, then again, it's kind of like, well, you know what? Now it's new time, so we try to incorporate both, a little bit of the newer generation, and then try to keep some of these old songs alive. And so, I mean, it's been a little hard, bro. But no time it is. I mean, it's been a little bit, like, man, I don't want to change to where, like, I'm a totally different sound, because I mean, we kind of have a little unique style. Everybody can, once they hear it, it's like, oh, that's Joaquin. I know that voice anywhere, or I
Right.
know that style anywhere. So,
Hmm.
that's kind of what I want to keep, what I meant. So that way, it's distinct. Everybody knows. And but then again, I mean, we're just trying to evolve with everything as well, and not kind of be like, oh no, he's staying back there. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to move
Yeah.
up. So it's kind of like, man, it's just hard. Like I said, some places want the new stuff, some places want the old stuff. So kind of stuck in
Yeah.
the middle.
Stuck in the middle. Yeah. Try to
Yeah.
do a little bit of everything. There's no doubt about that. Just so what's your take on it? You know what I mean? On how, I mean, I know, like you said, that we have a lot of whining going on right now, but a lot of it goes back to, I mean, for, in the industry where, where they're stuck. They don't want to evolve. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. Is that the same thing for conjunto music as we speak right now? Or is it just
Um.
somewhat of a little bit? To me, I don't see much of a change. I think it's just maybe
Yeah.
the younger generation coming in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You
Yeah.
know,
That's kind of way I see in it. I mean, I mean, now you have all these newer bands that are coming out, man, that are making, their ways on the radio, and doing all this stuff. But at the same time, man, a lot of promoters, a lot of club owners, a lot of people out there are kind of like, it's like, to me, the way I see it is, they're jumping on the bandwagon,
hmm
like same thing with the sports team. One minute you like the Cowboys, and one minute you like somebody else, or whoever's winning at that time, should I say?
right, right,
And then, to me personally, it shouldn't be like that, because I mean, some of these guys like myself, started out a lot of these bands that are out there now. You
hmm
know, there's a few bands out here that used to go to my shows, and, hey man, give me a break, let me play a couple songs so I can get my name out there, or I can get my band out there. And me being me, I love when other musicians go to my shows. I say, hey, come on, man, I know you can play, get up here. You
right,
know,
yeah,
we've had so many musicians throughout the years, get up there, play a couple songs with us or whatnot. And I mean, I love doing that. I mean, to all the musicians out there, if you're ever at my show, make sure you let me know, because I'm gonna get you up there. So be
yeah. Be
prepared.
ready.
Be ready. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of stuff, man. Like you said, social media is, does wonders, and it does a lot of people, uh, wrong, I guess,
Wrong.
depending on how
Yeah.
you look at it. But yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff. And as far as on our end, on the Conjunto version, so I haven't really seen too much of the Llorones, or a lot of crybabies and stuff.
Drama and all that mess.
Yeah, I mean, it's just right now what we really need to do, man, is just unite a lot of stuff, because what I do see, and do hear, is a lot of envidiosos.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So, and that's kind of what we need to get away from, steer away from, man, and just be like, hey, let's unite, let's do something, man,
or
because
something.
you know, I mean, I know you probably didn't come this weekend, but I know they had the Tejano Conjunto Festival here in San Antonio
Hmm.
this past weekend. Every year, man, it's jam packed. You got people from all over the country coming,
Country.
you know,
Yeah.
and that's what we need more of, not just once a year. Let's do it every month, something,
Every month.
let's do something, or every other month, or whatever it takes to make it happen. We
Hmm.
can do it. There's plenty of music out there, you
Right.
know. And I think that's another issue too, is a lot of the people or a lot of event holders are staying stuck with the same bands. Every year is the same thing, same thing,
Same thing. Yeah.
and they need to evolve with everybody, because you have people that I'm not gonna go because last year I already heard the same bands, so they don't
Yeah.
come the next year, or they'll wait, or and
Hmm.
you want them to keep coming back, bring it back,
Right.
bring it back. So a lot of
Yeah.
people, like I said, they think a little different. Everybody has their own opinions and they think different. But I mean, if we want to make this stuff grow and do a lot of things, we need to do
Right.
a lot more collaborations with each other, and um, a lot more conjunto events and stuff, and to push it back out there.
Yeah. Oh, that's for sure, man. Speaking of collaborations like that, I mean, have you ever had one throughout your entire career right now, musical journey, or is there something that you would like to do later on in the future with another artist in the conjunto industry as to a collab in a song, do something maybe, whether it be vocals or, some
I
accordion work,
mean, as
whatnot?
far as recording wise, I haven't really done anything as far as with anybody on a recording or anything. But I mean, live, yeah, we've done a few collabs with a few other bands. A
Mm,
couple songs here and there. They'll show up, like I said, man, and we'll get them up there
just
and,
jam.
and just jam out.
Mm,
Uh, but yeah, I mean, I'm down to do anything, bro. Like I said, I'm not one of those. Oh, not bad. I don't want to do that. Like what's that? No, I want to build up this, the conjunto scene and do what we got to do to make it better. And
oh yeah.
so I mean, yeah, man. If anybody's out there that wants to do some collaborations or whatever, let us know. We're down. We'll help
Yep.
out. And then, como te digo, another thing too, like a lot of I know it's a lot of issues. I mean, a lot of musicians don't let other their musicians, or should I say, a lot of band leaders don't let their musicians help out other bands when they're not booked or they're not playing. And
Hmm.
man, I mean, I can see the pros and cons of it. Sometimes it's good, but they're making a little extra feria. Sometimes it's like, well, if you're gonna play with that band, then you're gonna throw yourself off and not play the same. But I mean, it just really depends on the musician. I mean, if the musician's
Right.
good and he knows what he's doing, he can play with a few
Exactly.
bands and nothing.
Yeah.
So that's another thing with us. My guys, like I said, they help out a few other bands. My drummer and my bajo player, they help out Eddie Gonzalez every once in a while. Jerry the Roughnecks, oh man, I can't remember who else they help out, but there's a few other bands that they help out, and same with me, man. Whoever calls and stuff, hey, shit, if I can do it, let's do it.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
mean, we like to help
Yeah.
out como te digo, man. I
Why
mean,
not?
it's just, get the music out there.
Heck yeah, there's no doubt about that, man. Go out there and make an extra, a few bucks. I mean, like as a side gig. Hey, why not? If there's nothing going on that weekend, yeah, that's pretty awesome right there. Pete has a question here, Esther, for you, and I don't know if we had mentioned this earlier, but he might have missed it. But he does have a question right here. He says, "What leyendos have inspired you, Joaquin?"
Oh man, like I said, I know we mentioned a little earlier. I got like Tony De La Rosa, Rubén Vela, Narciso Martinez, Lefty Lopez, uh, and who else I can tell you? Valerio Longoria, the two G's. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man, bro. Like I said,
the
I like
greats.
all the old stuff, man. You know, um, all the legends stuff. That's growing up. That was what we were brought up with. With growing up with my family and stuff. And uh, it's just one of those things, man, where like te impuestas, you know what I'm saying, listening to
Hmm.
some certain type of music, and then having to change or listen to something else, and it's like, wait, nah, man, that's not music. This is music.
His
You know what
music.
I mean? So it's kind of like trying to show everybody, what we grew up with and stuff. So yeah, man, that's more of the stuff that I like to listen to. Um, Mingo Saldiva, man. Like I said, man, bro, I can just keep going, man. There's just so many
Oh
out
yeah,
there
so
that
many out there.
that are just, I know that a few of them have already passed on. We still got a
Mhm.
couple of them here, that are pretty much retired from the scene. But I mean, just for them to have their music out there still, that says a lot to, on what they've accomplished in the business. So, you
Yeah.
know, I mean, Nick Barrial también, man. I
Yep.
love all the songs. I mean, I know some of them are joking around kind of songs, but man, dude, I mean, they
It
work
kills it.
for him,
They work. Yeah, they definitely
so.
do.
It's just a little mix of everybody. Como te digo, we do a little bit of everything as well. Um, I mean, it's just like I said, brother. I just love all the legends. The old schoolers. I try to keep
Mhm.
that alive with our onda, and then just mix everything. And gracias a Dios, but like I said,
It's
it's
working.
working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Lupe Liscano is over in Toledo, Ohio también. Saludos, gracias.
Well, saludos,
Thank you so
saludos.
much. And Josie says, "Hey, leave my Cowboys alone." In a joking manner. It wasn't nothing bad,
Oh,
Josie. It
trust
was
me,
just
I'm a diehard Cowboy fan, so
yes,
we're good,
likewise.
Josie. Don't worry about you.
Yeah, just don't tell Ricky, all right?
Yeah.
So yes, so we got everybody here that's tuned in right now. Javier Gonzalez from the Delta Boys. Saludos. Just
Órale,
watching the show.
saludos, Javier, man. What's going on, brother? Hey, matter of fact, I was doing a little duet here in the casa with him because he's always
Say,
posting his lunch break polquitas.
uh-huh.
And so I get on there and I plug it up and I start jamming, man. I jam out the bajo with them and, just to mess around here at the house, man. So, saludos para los Delta Boys, man. Hey, y'all
Yes.
keep up the great work, bro. Y'all te sentar mentando, man. I love
Yeah,
y'all's
for
music, bro.
sure.
Y'all keep it up, and
Definitely doing some great stuff that man out there. Let's see who else do we got here. Keep the fire going. That's on behalf of Mr. Pete También. He says that there.
Mr. Pete.
Yes, and we got. I mean, oh yeah, well, he's saying Streets of Bakersfield, Mingo. I guess that was when he was talking. We were
Yeah.
talking about some of the old schoolers there. Yeah.
Yeah, matter of fact, we still play that song every once in a while. And si me lo pidan, we do
See.
the Streets of Bakerfield, and then we do Texas Tornadoes, the Who We Are Thinking of, también. So we do a little bit of, como te digo, of everybody's stuff, también, pero al estilo nosotros, so, uh, man, like I said, I love it, bro. I just love all that old stuff, man, and, just got to
Yeah.
bring it back, man.
Bring it back, yeah, for sure. So we also got Mr. Gil Cervantes. Saludos, as Shallow Water. DJ Gil out there. Gil Cervantes. Saludos,
Oh,
Gil.
saludos, brother.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Lupe says, thank you for the shout out. You're very welcome, Lupe. Gracias.
Lupe,
Also,
he's the
yes.
one from Ohio, right?
Yeah, that's Toledo, Ohio. Uh-huh.
Well, I know we're gonna be in Detroit, Michigan, in August. I know it's not too far from there, if I'm not
Wow.
mistaken, or if
Hmm.
I'm thinking the wrong side of town. No me acuerdo.
Detroit and that Toledo, Ohio. Yeah, it's a little bit of ways, but it's a lot closer than it is all the way to Texas, so I can say
Yeah,
that.
so I know we're gonna be out there in August, that weekend of the 17th, 18th, something like that.
Oh,
I
wow,
think
it's my
that's the
birthday
date.
weekend.
I gotta double check on that one, but I
Good
want to say
deal.
it's that weekend.
Amazing. So be on the lookout, guys. If you're out there tuned in that area out there, these guys are going to be out there. Juaquin Chavez, San Conjunto Boys out over in, what'd you say, in Michigan? Detroit, Michigan. Yeah,
Detroit, Michigan.
there you go. Danny Noyola también says, saludos amigos, Joaquin Chavez and Keith Leal, Tejano Time Podcast and Houston's TejanoHits.com. Alma and Danny Noyola.
Órale,
Saludos.
saludos, Danny, Alma, how you doing?
Great guys right there. Mr. Joe Leal, también another artist in the industry there. Saludos y bendiciones, amigos. Saludos,
Gracias,
Joe.
brother. Saludos, man. Saludos igualmente.
He's from Tejano Explosion, Mr. Gil Cervantes. So with West Texas,
Órale, West Texas.
TejanoExplosion.com. Yeah, we're there with the Smokes team and all those guys out there.
Smoke.
Yes.
And
DJ
Antonio.
Smoke. Yeah, Mr. Tony Vega. It smokes.
Smoke.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So I got, he says, let's see, what we got here. Hilda, she says, I've interviewed JC Chavez Entertainment before. I don't know if he's mentioned that he has been inducted into the Tejano Hall of Fame. Tejano Roots Hall of Fame he has. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. And
I was inducted in 2017, so
yeah.
that was an honor, man. Like I said, it was one of the younger generations to be inducted,
Mhm.
So that was, me and Adan de la Rosa the third are the two youngest ones inducted into the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame. Okay, he was inducted before I was. I'm not too sure on his year, pero
Mhm.
he was the original youngest inductee in the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame. I came in a couple years later. So, saludos para Adan, man. Like I
Yes.
said, a lot of people don't know this, man, but Adan used to be. He was my original bajo player. Like when I first
See?
started my band,
Wow.
that was he was my original, man. Love the guy, bro. He's my little brother, man. So,
Mhm.
saludos para Adan. I know he's probably watching out there.
Yes, for sure. If anybody watching out there, definitely
Thank you,
drop
Pete.
your. Mr. Pete says congratulations there, Joaquin. And John Gabriel Martinez también saludos. Hope you guys are well. Yes, sir. From
Órale,
Grupo
saludos, John. Saludos, brother.
I think it's Superado, yes. Out over in the West Texas area.
Órale.
Great deal. So thank you guys for watching. I got a lot of great people tuned into the show this evening right here. We're going to play another tune, another track for you guys out there. I know you waited patiently for another song here from Joaquin. We'll get another song on here right now. And just we'll be right back here to say a few more words. And if you guys have any questions for Joaquin, feel free to drop them in there, man.
Oh,
We'll get
yeah,
to them
man.
when we come
Let me
back.
know.
Anything you want to know, okay? He'll definitely be more than happy to answer some questions here when we get back here. And just a few right now. This one here, Una Rosa Para Ti. Another great song right here from these guys. Yeah. We'll talk about this song here when we come back in just a few right here on Tejano Time Podcast. So stay tuned.
Una rosa para ti, la más bella del jardín, que te llega al corazón para que me des tu amor. Hace tiempo que te conozco, no sé dónde de encontrarte. Haga yo que veo que pasas caminando por mi calle. Me da rabia no acompañarte, siento celos hasta el aire. Tengo que encontrar la forma para pronto conquistarte. Una rosa para ti, la más bella del jardín, que te llega a conquistar, que te llegue a enamorar por mí. Una rosa para ti, la más bella del jardín, que te llega al corazón para que me des tu amor. Hace tiempo que te conozco, no sé dónde de encontrarte. Haga yo que veo que pasas caminando por mi calle. Me da rabia no acompañarte, siento celos hasta el aire. Tengo que encontrar la forma para pronto conquistarte. Una rosa para ti, la más bella del jardín, que te llega a conquistar, que te llegue a enamorar por mí. Una rosa para ti, la más bella del jardín, que te llega al corazón para que me des tu amor. Una rosa para ti, la más bella del jardín, que te llega a conquistar, que te llegue a enamorar por mí. Una rosa para ti, la más bella del jardín, que te llega al corazón para que me des tu amor.
Una rosa para ti right there. Juaquin Chavez and the Conjunto Boys right there. And then your band, again, estimated back in 2000, but you've been playing for some time prior to that as well. But your band that you have together now has been playing together for about 24 years now. How about? Wow.
Yeah, man. It's been a good run so far, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So hopefully she'll get it, man. We're planning on a 25-year anniversary to invite them in. So I'm trying to working on that and stuff, and get that going also. So there's support, and the appreciation to all the fans that are, supported throughout the years and stuff, and still support to this day. So just want to do something in return for them, man. For making us this long. You know what I'm saying? 25 years. As far as Juaquin Chavez was going the boys. So just a little something for them, man. So we got something on the in the books coming up for that, and I'll keep everybody posted as well.
There you go. And you can follow him like he mentioned there. So if you need some more details on his Facebook page, I'm going to flash something up right here real quick. We'll get to those handles here in just a bit as well, guys. So for any booking information you guys might need, they're 361-720-1628, or you can also call 210-260-6424 if you guys want to get these guys out there for maybe a private or any other type of function event that you guys may have in the future. Give him a call, man. Check him out. He's available on Snapchat, also Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It doesn't get any better than that, man. And Juaquin Chavez and the Conjunto Boys. Yeah, so definitely, man. So appreciate you taking the time,
knows
man.
Those two numbers, you get a hold of me direct. There's no middleman. There's no manager. You're not gonna get confused and hey, man, well, I talk to so and so, and then so no, you're gonna talk direct to me. So if you ever want to reach out, like I said, both numbers will get straight to me.
There you go. You guys out there that are watching, and we appreciate everybody who shared the live. We got some more comments that came in here, and let's see, before we go, we want to make sure we get everybody out there that tuned in right here. Javier El Gatito Hernandez, saludos, Keith, over in says we're at Taos, New Mexico. Yeah.
Lucas, yeah. Hey,
yeah.
Saludos.
Great deal. Yes, I believe that's part of Gabriela Salazar's team as well out there. They do a lot of great things, and I believe they got radio and all that.
We'll be out there in that area in New Mexico here pretty soon, man. We're working on some stuff out there, man. So hopefully, by the end of, I think we were talking in October, if I'm not mistaken. Whenever it's not cold and snowy.
Right. Yeah. That's something that you want to stay away from that right there for sure. There's no doubt about that. Mr. Jim Luna also watching the show says hello, Keith. Saludos, Mr. Jim Luna. Quarter Moon Productions. Josie says right here, Mr. Juaquin Chavez is definitely a legend as well. Congratulations. Definitely.
Oh, thank you, Josie. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Got a lot of work under his belt already, a lot of years and experience and whatnot. Great band as well. Great accomplishments también, being inducted into the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame back in 2017. Not 2007, 2017. So, yeah, guys. Great thing right there. There's Antonio right there. Saludos.
That's Tony.
And a toast Tony. With Jimador. Hey, easy there, Tony. You know what happened last time, right?
I know.
We're not going to get into that. I know he's probably laughing his ass off right now. Good deal, Tony. Saludos, my brother. Thank you so much for tuning in.
What's going on, Tony?
That's right. And wow, to 25 years, Mr. Pete says there. Yeah, 25 years. 24 years as with his band, but he's played prior to that as well. So it's been about 34.
Like 34 years already on this business. I'm doing
great deal.
Echándole, brother. Go ahead. Like I said, man, it's just been a great little trip, man. So,
for sure. Yeah. And Mambito Ibarra también is tuned in. Saludos. Un grito. He says.
Mambito. Yes, I know, man. That's another guy right there, bro. I'm gonna give credit where it's due, bro. Like I said, that dude's been around for a long time. I've known Mambito for years, and man, bro, that's another artist that doesn't get the recognition that they deserve, bro. I thought, he's a good people, man. So saludos para Mambito, man. Like I said, bro, we'll be getting some stuff together, and we're gonna be doing some stuff, man. But that's another band, bro, that needs to be out there in the scene, man. He's well deserved, been around for a long time. So You know, saludos también para Mambito and those champs in the house.
Those champs, yes, yes. Again, I've had an opportunity to check these guys out, the men, for the very first time, and they put on a hell of a show, just like Joaquin says. I mean, these guys are just amazing.
Yeah, man.
Been around for some time, very experienced. They just don't get the recognition they need. So, coming very soon también, we've got Tejano, we got ConjuntoNation.com coming very soon, 24/7, all the way around, puro conjunto. So you'll be hearing a lot of these groups también on there as well. So. Amazing. We got that in the works as well here in H-Town. So Gabe and Carrie Reina, saludos from the 956.
Saludos, man. We were there this past weekend, and el sábado, this past Saturday, estuvimos en San Benito, ahí en Lucky Shots, man. Saludos para ellos también, para Hector and his wife, you know, those dueños de Lucky Shots. We'll be back there muy pronto. We're going to be out there real soon. Hopefully, I think we're shooting like for the beginning of July, if I'm not mistaken. So, we'll be back ahí en el Valle, en el Mágico Valle, como dicen.
El Mágico Valle, yeah, for sure. Much love and respect, brothers. That's from Antonio. Saludos, brother. Take care. Be good, my brother. Take care. And that's that. We didn't hear from Smoke on this one. He must be busy tonight. You know that, or he's probably doing dishes. One of the two.
One of the two.
Right. One of the two. So I got one more quick question here for you, Mr. Joaquin. Let's talk a little bit about a performance that you've had in your career. 34 years. What has been the best performance, or a performance that has stood out to you as a great accomplishment? I mean, what was like, wow, this is freaking badass. This is awesome right here. What performance?
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm sure you've had many of them, but there's got to be one that tops all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I got two really, bro, that are my all-time. I talk about them to this day. And we did the first time we did in Monterrey. I mean, bro, I couldn't see the ground for miles. Like it looked, man. It was just people, bro. Like I'm like, this is a concert, And I mean, that was the first time I had ever experienced that, And to me, man, it was just one of those like moment type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the first time that we actually traveled, in the States, that we went to Fresno, Sanger, which is like 13 miles east of Fresno, and we went out there and did a show out there too, man. And we got there a day early, did the sound check and stuff, and there was already people camping out there, to make sure they got a guaranteed spot, And I've always been like, I don't like. I mean, I shouldn't say I don't like it, because I really can't do much about it. But man, it's hard to get the people to pay a cover charge, And over there, bro, they had no problem paying.
They have no problem. Yeah.
So that's kind of like, and I mean, and I was freaking out, because the first time I got out there, bro, it was like $50 pre-sale and $75 at the door or something like that.
Wow.
Per person. I was like, oh, nah, that shit, no, yo no soy nadie, like I'm not that big of a band, you know what I'm saying? But that's normal to them over there.
To them. Mm-hmm.
So it's a little different. The scene is a little different. I mean, now it's been a minute since I've been out there in California, so I don't know if it's still the same or who's running what anymore. Because the people that, like I said, that I used to deal with out there, was, yeah, man, they've already retired or they passed on. So, now it's kind of like I said, just trying to figure out who's who and who's doing what and who's legit, man. Because that's another issue that this onda's having, man, and not so much. I mean, only on the conjunto side, but I mean Tejano and the whole Latin area, or Latin era, I should say. The promoters. There's a lot of promoters out there that you can't trust anymore.
Yeah. Right. Oh,
and it's hard, bro. It's hard, And a lot of times, I don't know if they don't think that we talk to each other or we relay like, hey man, don't deal with this dude, or hey, this dude's legit, or what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we all talk to each other. So just so y'all know, and y'all are watching out there, and all the promoters, club owners or whatnot, we do talk to each other. We may not spill a lot of it, as far as what everybody charges. That's a totally different side of the business, but as far as, hey man, this dude's legit, I mean, he pays or he doesn't burn nobody or whatnot, or he pushes it and he does what he's supposed to do, or the guy no vale, the guy's not a good dude. So,
good dude. Puro payment plan. Puro payment plan, no?
Yeah. Puro pinche layaway.
La madre.
Yeah, so it's like, nah, man.
Yeah,
You know,
they're
but
out there. They're out
yeah,
there.
it's like I said, man. But it's como like, you know, I tell everybody, and I'll be the one to say it, man. There's no need for it, man. There's plenty of space for everybody. You know, we need to get away from all that negativity, man. And you know, I know times are hard. You know,
Yeah.
especially with all the stuff that we've gone through this past, you know, couple of years with COVID and, you know, and everything, you know, like I said, I know y'all just had some bad weather out there in the Houston
Yes.
area, so I mean, I've seen a lot of friends on Facebook and social media posting videos, you know, front of the house is banged up, the trees fell out on their cars, and
Hmm.
you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
I mean, I totally understand. We understand, and you know, and that's what we need to do as far as a group and you know, and an organization is build something. Let's do a benefit for these people that need the help. You know what I mean? Like let's make
Exactly.
something happen. Call everybody. You
Hmm.
know, I'm down for it. You know, if anybody wants to do something, just hit us up, man, and we're more than welcome to help out. You know, as much as we can. You know, you know, but like I said, you know that's the biggest problem I've really been seeing a lot in this industry, man. Is 'cause, yeah, nobody wants to help nobody. It's kind of
Nobody.
like everybody for themselves, man.
Hmm.
And I told him, bro, I've been doing this too long to sucker down to that level and you know and become that negative. You know, like I couldn't
You
do it.
can't
You
do it.
know,
Right.
it's hard, bro. It's hard, really, really hard to do something like that. You know, and because like I said, these people, the fans, you know, are what make us and break us.
That makes,
You
yep.
know, I mean, you start showing them disrespect and not showing them, you know, the love that and the you know appreciation that they're doing for you. You
Yeah.
know, they're gonna go somewhere else. They're gonna throw you to the curb. You know, and I don't blame them. I mean, I would. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, I came and paid 5, 10, $20, whatever they're charging to see you. Spend
Hmm.
another $150, $200 at the bar. You know, buy your merchandise. You know, and spend another $100 on shirts and caps or whatever your merchandise you have. You
Hmm.
know, by the time I
Yeah.
go home, I've already spent $500. You know, for you just to walk by me and not acknowledge me, or you know, not take a picture
Exactly.
with me, or you
Yeah.
know, I like to mingle with the people. I know, you know, you were kind of freaking out
Yeah.
on me the other day when y'all were here in San Antonio, where I was in the crowd talking to everybody, laughing and
Yeah.
taking pictures and
Yeah.
joking around with everybody. And
Yep.
you know, I know you had told me, it's like, bro, I've never seen that before, and you know, and I said, bro, it's just, I mean, I've always done that. I mean, yo no me creo
Hmm.
superstar, no me creo, you know,
All
I mean,
right.
I just love what I do, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
And I'm sure the
I mean,
fans appreciate that as well, you know,
oh
that you
yeah,
go out there and you do it. Because, like I said, you don't get it. They'll get off stage, they want to run off. You know,
mm-hmm.
you know. I was, yeah, they want to run off like a bunch of bitches. You know what I mean? A lot of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say it
Oh yeah,
straightforward. Screw it. You know
yeah,
what I
they
mean?
do, man.
And you again, they run right past everybody, and they don't want to take a
Yeah.
picture and whatnot. I mean, it's come on, man, get your finger out of your ass. You know, it's
I,
time to
I I think the biggest issue to me, man, that I seen that man is that they charge for a picture, bro.
yeah
I've
for a
I've
freaking
never
picture.
I've never been on board with that. As bad as I may need money at the time, or I'm hurting, or whatever the case is, I don't know. I've never been on board, like you know, because that picture is gonna go 100 miles. You know, that
Mm-hmm.
picture they're gonna show.
Yeah.
Hey, look, man, check it out. I was walking with Joaquin, and you know, and they're gonna send it to somebody else. Hey, well, send me the picture. Boom, they're gonna send it to some. Hey, look back, you know, so and so or whatever was with Joaquin, and I said, "Wow, bro, now you got a
So.
lot more people coming in, more people."
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like, the people are your biggest advertisement in this business. I don't
Yeah.
care what anybody says. Anybody's, I'm about to, you don't know. I said, the people are your biggest advertisement in this bit because they talk. Everybody talks
Very
one to
true.
another,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. And I said, all right, you know, it goes. But
Yeah.
it's just how you take it. You know what I'm saying? If you
Mm-hmm.
want to take it wrong, then you're never going to get anywhere. But,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
it's just how
Yeah.
it is, man. I mean, it's the truth. But,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
sometimes you got to spill it. You got to say it, man. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But yes, just like here, Imelda de la Sara says, very well said, for sure, no doubt
That's
about
not,
that.
thank you. Thank you.
And like Pete says, I mean, it's rare to see that these days. Yes, very rare to see
Yeah.
someone that's, just, go out there and take some pictures with the folks and party out with them. Not party as in party, but I mean, just go out there, Joaquin
And we
doesn't
still
drink.
do that, bro.
And yeah, and Joaquin is one that doesn't drink or smoke or anything like that, but he'll
Yeah.
still go out there and have a great time. And that's all that matters, to
Oh,
the
yeah.
fans,
A
and
lot of people
I've seen
tell
it.
me too, like, hey, Otto, tú eres músico y no tomas. I said, nah, I just not me. It's never been my onda. You know what I'm
Never
saying?
been
Like,
your own.
but I mean, hey, you'll see. Like I don't need it to have a good time. You know,
Exactly.
and pero como te digo, man, hey, todos con su vicio. Like I said, everybody has their thing. No disrespect to nobody that drinks or anything, pero to me personally, that's never been my thing. And I love what I do. So regardless if if I would drink or not drink, I mean, I still would be the same, all around.
All the
So
way around. Yeah.
that's kind of what we need in this business, man. Somebody that stays to their guns. You know what I'm saying?
hmm It's like Hilda says here. Last year, Chavez arrived way too early before his playtime, before his
Oh,
his
okay.
scheduled time to perform. And last year, but you also were there this year. A couple of shows that you did
Hmm.
there recently. There when we had the festival in San Antonio at the VFW. Both shows you did 2 shows that weekend,
Yeah.
and you were there an hour prior, maybe an hour and a half prior, 2 hours.
Oh,
But
actually,
just to
I
hang
was
out.
there. My show time was at 8:20, I believe, those both days. I was there at 4:30, 5 o'clock.
There you go.
Because
Yeah, I remember.
I wanted to go support the other bands that were there. And
hmm
like Hilda was talking about, 'cause Hilda was there last year,
hmm
and we got to hang out and talk and stuff, and with Pete, and we were all there hanging out, and then I guess at first they didn't catch on, and they're like, well, wait a minute, what time do you play? I was like, oh, I don't play till 11 o'clock tonight. They're like, it's 3 in the afternoon, you know. I was like, man, I just wanted to see the bands and just come hang out with everybody, and like, I
hmm
mean, you don't hit the bodyguards. I don't, you know, I'm not one of those kids, man. Why don't you start? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, oh shit, the more the merrier. Come on, I'll take pictures with everybody, si puedo, you know.
hmm
And for whatever reason, I had this one couple. They had got a little upset with me one time because they had asked me to take a picture, or they were in line to take a picture. Well, it was already my break was over, so I had to get back on stage. So I told them, I said, look, on this I need to get back on stage. Let me finish this next set, and I promise you, when I get done, I
Yeah.
will take your picture. For whoever's left in the line, make sure y'all are the first ones here, and I will gladly take the picture. You know, and
Mm.
then they kind of got upset. I'm bad. He's one of those. He's not gonna do it. I said, please, just trust me.
Just trust me.
You'll have your picture. So I did my second set. Got off, put all my stuff down, and I went straight over there. I didn't even put anything in the box or anything. I told my brother at the time that was with me, he's like, hey, bro, want me hundred in my box? Let me take these pictures with these people, bro. I promised them, and you already know. He goes, no, okay, I got you. So I called them out, and I went to their table, where
hmm
they were sitting, and I was like, okay, I'm free. I can take this picture. And they kind of looked at me like, you're legit, bro. That's what's up. So we took the picture, and a few other people that came around and did the stuff like that, man. I'm just one of those, man. I mean, even if you see me outside, restaurants, Walmart, the store, wherever you need to see me or wherever you see me at, run into me. Hey, don't be afraid to come up to me. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna blow you off. I'm not gonna kick you to the curb or, you know,
hmm
just come up with it. And like I said, and I'll be glad to take a picture wherever. It don't make a difference where I'm at. You know, I just to me, like I said, that's what a lot of bands I've seen that don't really look at it.
Look at it.
Like
Yeah.
that's free exposure for you, man. You know,
hmm
and I have one guy tell me, man, a good friend of mine. He goes, now I understand why your name is so popular and so still out there all these years, because everybody remembers the good stuff that you've done. You
Yeah.
know, the hanging out with the people, the mingling with the fans. I get on the mic and I talk shit on the mic. You know
hmm
what I'm saying? Like if I know people out there, I'll tell them. I'll joke around with them. But it's just to have a good time.
A
Everybody to
good
have a
time.
good time.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be, como tío. Some people
hmm
kind of take it a little overboard. Or like a few weeks ago at Fiesta, I saw a bunch of stuff that I was kind of like, man, lost a lot of respect for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
uh, and I mean, it's just ridiculous some of this stuff.
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah, that's
it's
true.
them,
Hmm.
pero como quiera, aquí estamos, man, and just make sure, like I said, y'all hit us up for anything. We play for all kinds of parties, divorce parties, whatever, you know. We already
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, you already know right there. Flash that number out there for you guys that are tuned in right now to the
There
show
you
tonight,
go.
right here on Tejano Time. Yes, 361-721-1628-210. 260-6424 right there. Juaquin Chavez and the Conjunto Boys, all right, for any of your private events or any event out there, any occasion, guys.
Yep.
Give these guys a call right there for your next event. I mean, all right. So again, thank you to everyone who tuned in to the show tonight right here. We appreciate each and every one of you out there that took the time to check it out right here and enjoyed some music from Juaquin Chavez and the Conjunto Boys. One more thing, any advice that you have for any of the youngsters out there? Any of the young Conjunto generation, the guys that are young, maybe accordion player, just a band or a little group out there, just starting off. What advice would you give them?
Stay humble, man. That's
Yeah.
how you make it in this business. A lot of people they get offended when I say that, man, because they're assuming that I'm putting them down, or I'm thinking that they're not nice people or whatnot. I go, It's not that. It's just, you know, if you stay humble in any work that you do or whatever, you know, you stay humble and you'll make it a long way. And I think personally myself, I think that's why my name stayed out there, because I'm probably the most humblest guy you probably ever meet. You know, uh, like I said, I'll give you the shirt off my back, man. The last dollar I
Mm,
got,
yeah.
just to make it happen. So, like I said, if you stay humble in this business, man, you'll make it a long way.
Get a long way. There you go. That's some great advice right there for all you youngsters out there looking to get in or already in, and just need a little advice and whatnot, to open up some doors for you just a little bit more, definitely. So Antonio says, I need to work on getting you to Lubbock. I have the perfect band to play with you as well. That's right.
Antonio y los tomados. Así no.
Right. Right. That would be a good one. Yeah.
Right there, Tony. That's it. That's gonna be your band, bro. Right there.
He got those. He got those guys at a low price too, huh?
At a low price too. Buy one, get four free.
Saludos from
Bobby.
Califas, right there.
Órale,
Mr.
Bobby.
Keith
Saludos,
Joaquin,
brother. Saludos, man.
Mr.
Uh,
Bobby.
I don't know if you're close to it, but you can tune into Radio Bilingue, man. They still play my music out there, so in Fresno, I believe it's in Fresno. Yeah, so
Fresno.
if you're in that area, you're out there. Uh, you know,
Yes, that's when he says yes. He does need to come to Lubbock. Antonio Vega is from Joanne Peña. So
oh
yeah,
yeah, for sure, man, for sure. I guess there's been a few people on my uh all of my social medias. They're like, Lubbock don't have Conjunto music. When you coming on here? And I was like, well, as soon as we can find somebody that's willing to take us out there, you know.
Mhm.
And so we got a few, like I said, they've been hitting them up. So now I got a few people, and then like I said, I know me and Antonio, we've been working on some stuff out there, so hopefully we can get that done and be out there here pretty soon, man.
There you go. Well, a quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be back to wrap things up right here on the Tejano Time Podcast. Big shout out going out to ACL Productions Pro Audio and Lighting. Call us for your next event, 361-318-0229. And also Heels on Wheels Mobile Notary. You can call 832-598-5561 for all your mobile needs. I mean, we're talking about mobile notary needs, should I say, right there. Credit repair, life insurance, notary public, taxes, all of the above there. Give her a call, 832-598-5561. And Tumbleweed, Texas, Houston's the number one Tejano night spot on the north side. Book your event today at 832-446-6949. Joaquin, always a pleasure to talk to you, my brother. Thank you so much
Man.
for joining us here on the show tonight, and we look forward to the next time we cross paths, whether it be on a stage, maybe here in the studio. When you make it to Houston, we can get live in studio también for all the audience out there. But we're here for you, man, 110%. Gracias.
I appreciate it, Keith, man. It's been a long time. Like I said, man, we go way back. And saludos para tu jefe, man, to Santos for giving us a start, in Corpus area. So saludos para él también, man.
Gotcha, man. Well, appreciate you, man. God bless. Have a great evening. Thank you very much again, Joaquin. Until next time.
Saludos.
Saludos.